Hi everyone. So now we are going to discuss about terrestrial ecosystem. What is this? Terrestrial ecosystem. So ecosystem, like we can say ecosystem is forest, grassland, desert, mountain and ghats. Okay, so first of all we are talking about forest ecosystem. In forest ecosystem there is tropical rainforest. So tropical rainforest is three type. It is subtype, distribution and flora and fauna. So in tropical rainforest we are going to discuss subtype. So tropical evergreen forest, and tropical semi evergreen forest. So found in place of high rainfall and sunlight. So there is a rainfall plus sunlight. Okay, and region include Western Ghat and West Bengal, Odisha, Andaman Nicobar and northeastern region. Next is flora and fauna. Tree grows up to 60 meter above. This region has high biodiversity, and important trees this forest include ebony, mahogany and rosewood. The name is ebony, mahogany and rosewood. Okay, next is tropical deciduous forest. So what is the next is tropical deciduous forest. Okay, this is called the monsoon forest. Monsoon forest and subtypes are moist deciduous and dry deciduous. Form in region having 75 to 200 centimeter of annual rainfall. Major regions are eastern slope of Western Ghats, northeastern part of Peninsular Plateau, valley of the Himalaya, Chota Nagpur Plateau, part of the Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Odisha. So important tree of these forests are teak, sal and sandwood. Teak, sal and sandwood. So reasons we can say in the diagram if we are going to describe the reason. So first of all, this is northeastern part of Peninsular Plateau. So this is the northeastern part. Here this will be there Himalayan valley. So this Himalayan valley here will be there, and Chota Nagpur Plateau. This is the Chota Nagpur Plateau, and part of Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Odisha. Madhya Pradesh, this Bihar, and this is Odisha. Here we can found the tropical deciduous forest. Next is temperate broadleaf forest. Occur between 1500 to 2500 meter altitude in the western Himalaya. So it is we can found in the western Himalaya. Okay, this western Himalaya, it's eastern. No, it's western. Yeah. So western Himalaya we can found flora and fauna. Oak species are abundant which shed leaf during the summer. So oak we can found here. Oak forests are often rich in epiphytes flora. So it will be epiphytes. Epiphyte flora also there. This type now temperate forest. So next is temperate. Temperate forests are this type of forest are found in Himalaya over 1700 to 3000 altitude. Coniferous forests are characterized by evergreen canopy of long needle leaves. So coniferous forests are there. Major trees include pine, devdar, cypress, spruce and silver fir. Okay, these are the temperate coniferous forest. Alpine and tundra forest. Next is alpine and tundra. So alpine and tundra are forests grow at the altitude about 3600 meter, and the tree includes silver fir, pine, juniper and birch. High altitude vegetation such as lichen and mosses. So lichen and mosses are there. Okay, alpine and tundra forests are that. Tidal forest, they are found along the coastal and river. Tidal. Next is tidal forest. So tidal forests are they found along with coast and river, and sundri tree, mangrove abundant in this region. Now next is grassland. Okay, next one is grassland. So if we are talking about grassland, subdivision are village grazing grounds and low pasture dry region. So pasture lands are there. Flora and fauna. Grassland support a large number of herbivorous birds and large mammals. One horned rhinoceros is India grassland animal. Now deserts are Rajasthan's extension of Sahara Desert through Arabian and Persian Desert. They extended Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Run of Kutch is Gujarat form a separate zone with the Thar Desert due to this different climatic condition. Run of Kutch support living coral, pearl, oyster, sea turtle, migratory bird like kingfisher, cranes, and herons. Now, flora and fauna. Only some from forest and dry open grasslands are found here. Food crop include bajra, millet, wheat, bareli, maize, jawar, guar, and threatened bird species like great Indian bustard, crane, and sand grouse. Threatened mammals like lion, wild ace, bat, scaly, desert fox, Indian gazella, one-horned rhinos, antelope, white, brown, like all that. Now mountain. Okay, next is mountain Himalaya. Okay, mountain Himalaya is the Himalaya are spread over Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, China. Himalaya are split partially or completely by 12 states: Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, Meghalaya. Subdivisions are Eastern Himalaya or Assam Himalaya, Central Himalaya or Nepal Himalaya, Western Himalaya, Northwestern Himalaya or Punjab Himalaya. Is the higher biodiversity of Himalaya mountain system. It has large number of primitive as well as many endemic plants. Eastern Himalaya is known as center of origin of cultivated plants. Okay, now is Western Ghats. Western Ghat is Sahyadri. Okay, in Himalaya, Eastern Himalaya, Central Himalaya, Western Himalaya, Northwestern Himalaya. So highest biodiversity in the mountain Himalaya, and it has primitive as well as endemic plants. And Eastern Himalaya known as center of origin of cultivated plants. Now Ghats are the like Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat. Okay, Western Ghats are Sahyadri. They run parallel to the west coast of peninsular India. They pass through 6 states: Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Eastern Ghats, they are spread through the state of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. The Eastern Ghats do not form continuous range because the great river Mahanadi, Godavari, and Krishna cuts across them. So they are not a continuous, but they are continuous. Okay, and the Eastern Ghats do not form continuous range. And United Nations Conference on Environment Rio de Janeiro discussed the issue of conservation of this region. So UN conservation of earth like environment of Rio de Janeiro concerning about this. Okay, hope you understand this. Now we are taking some mapping portion. Actually, when we are like I'm teaching you, so something is missing here, that is mapping. Sorry. Mapping of India. Wait. Look at this. No, it's also not clear. We want a clear and cut map. Clear one is this one. Yeah. So we are going to discuss in this map now. First of all, I should take a screenshot. Okay, no need to go for a screenshot. I can take my pen here also. All right. Yeah. So next one is aquatic ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem is divided into distinct like zone with region of relatively distinct plants and animal. So the difference between various aquatic zones are depth of sunlight penetration. So what is important in aquatic? Aquatic region is important for like how much sunlight is there. Okay, sunlight is very important. Level of dissolved nutrient. One is sunlight, second is nutrient. How many nutrients are there? Third one is level of salinity. How much salinity is there? Fourth one is temperature of water. And fifth one is abundance of food. Okay, so nutrient, food, temperature, water, sunlight, these are important for aquatic zone. So freshwater ecosystem, like there are two type of ecosystem. Alright, first known as lotic. So lotic is running water. Lotic is known as running water. This is river, stream, creek, and rivulet. So it is known as river, stream, creek, and rivulet. Okay, and second is lentic. Lantic is what? Lantic is the still water, that is lake, pond, swamp and reservoir. Lake, pond, swamp and reservoir are known lantic. Now marine ecosystem. We are talking about the marine ecosystem. Okay. So in marine ecosystem there is sea. Sea are Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Marine ecosystem is Ocean, Indian Ocean and Gulf of Mannar. This is the Indian Ocean. This is the Gulf of Mannar and Gulf of Kutch. This is the Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat. Here the Gulf of Khambat. Okay, this is the marine ecosystem. Estuaries are includes the ecosystem of coastal bay, river, mouth and tidal marshes. Estuaries are highly productive than river or sea ecosystem. Okay, estuaries include the ecosystem of coastal bay. So coastal bays and river mouths and tidal marshes are known as estuaries. Now we are going to talk about ecotone. What is the ecotone? Ecotone is a zone of junction between two diverse ecosystems. Like this is one grassland, this is one sea ecosystem. In between this area is known as the ecotone. Okay, ecotone is like mangrove. We can say mangrove ecotone, or grassland also a part of ecotone, or estuaries are also, and river banks are also. So characteristics of ecotone: it may be very narrow or quite wide. It can be narrow and can be wide. And ecotone is zone of tension. There is more tensions. An ecotone may contain specifically evolved organisms which entirely different from of adjoining community. Like there can be two animals. Like there can be sea-like of animals. There can be grassland animals. They both are living together in a symbiotic relationship. So this can be there. Okay. Next is biological relationship. What the meaning of biological relationship? Basic ecosystem is a complex network of relationship among the various organisms. From the relationship, intraspecific relationship, intraspecific, intraspecific and interspecific. Interspecific relationship. Intraspecific relationship is relationship or interaction among different individuals. If there is two individuals, that will known as the intraspecific. And interspecific is a relationship of interaction among individuals. Like many are there among individuals are known as interspecific. Interspecific relationship may be direct and close indirect. It can be direct, it can be close, anything. Positive relationship are now we are discussing about the relationship. So we are going to discuss about commensalism. Commensalism is the relationship between two different kind of organisms when one receive benefit and another without. One receiving the benefit, another is not receiving. Mutualism. Mutualism is a relationship where these two different species organisms that interdependent to each other is known as the mutualism. And symbiotic mutualism is in which interaction species can no longer live without each other. Okay. Next is amensalism. Amensalism is a relationship in which one species harm or restrict the other one. One is harming to restrict to the other one is known as amensalism. Okay. Predation. Predation, the relationship in which the predator kill and eat an animal. So predation is if predator is killing to animal. Parasitism, the relationship between two different kind of in which one receive benefit from other. It is known as parasitic. And neutralism is no one receiving the benefit is known the neutralism. Okay, these are the relationship in the environment. Okay, now we are discussing about food chain and food web and ecological pyramid. Okay, so food chain, what you know about the food chain? Food chain is an community of organism where each member is eaten in turn by another member is called the food chain. One is eaten by another is known as food chain. Trophic level, each successive stage in the food chain is known as trophic level. So this is known as trophic level. Each successive stage is known as trophic level. Like grasses, then deer, then tiger, then vulture. This is the trophic level. Grass represent first trophic level, deer the second. Okay, so in every stage some energy is lost into a system as heat energy and is not available to next trophic level. So some energy is losing in each trophic level. Type of food chain: grazing food chain, It's autotroph, herbivorous and carnivorous. First is autotroph, then herbivorous, then will be carnivorous. Okay, so dead organic matter, detritivous feeder and carnivorous. So dead organic feeder matter, then detritus will be there, then carnivorous will be there. So detritus, then carnivorous will be there. Okay, and food web. What is the food web? So food web is the network of interconnected food chains. If there is two or more food chains are interconnecting, that is known as food web. An ecosystem may consist of several interconnected food chains called food web in totality. Single organism can take part in multiple food chain. One organism can part in the multiple food chain is known as the food web. And energy flow in food web is similar to the flow of energy in food chains. Difference: a food chain traces only one pathway of food energy transfer among few organisms in ecosystem, but a food web illustrates all possible transfer of energy. In food chain there is only one transfer of energy, okay, only one chain, but in food web there is different chains are there. Okay, this is known as the food web and energy and nutrient among the organism. Now ecological pyramid. So what you know about the ecological and pyramid? Okay, pyramid. So ecological pyramid are the graphic representation of trophic level in the ecosystem. Ecological pyramid are pyramidal shape. So upright pyramid, types of pyramids are: one is upright pyramid, second is inverted pyramid. So upright pyramid is represent the number of organisms at each trophic level. The number of individual decrease gradually from lower trophic to higher trophic. So this is the upward in the grassland ecosystem we can see upright. Next is inverted, that is in forest ecosystem. This is like this. Okay, individual increase gradually from lower trophic level to higher. So we are going to increase like this. This is the forest and this is the grassland. It is upwarded, not inverted. Okay, next is biomass pyramid. Biomass pyramid. So this is, it is pyramid of biomass. Individual in each trophic level are weightage in instead of being counted. It calculate the total dry weight of organism at each trophic level. Okay, so biomass pyramid terrestrial ecosystem is upright. It is upright, and biomass pyramid in aquatic system is inverted. In aquatic it is inverted, in terrestrial it is upright. Okay, but what is this? Is total dry weight of all organism in each trophic level. Dry weight of each organism is known as biomass pyramid. Energy pyramid represent the amount of energy stored in each trophic level. So energy pyramid is never inverted, it always upright. Energy pyramid is always upright. So what we discussed now, pyramid system. Okay, next one. Now we are going to discuss about next one. So what is next one? That this is bioaccumulation and bioaccumulation and biomagnification. First of all, that is bioaccumulation. Bioaccumulation is the increase in concentration of pollutant from environment to the first organism in the food chain. So increase the pollutant in the environment to the first organism of the food chain. This is the food chain. Okay, it is known as bioaccumulation. Persistent toxic accumulated in fatty tissue of organism if they cannot process or excrete them. So build up of high concentration of persistent toxin in the organism is called bioaccumulation. So there is high concentration of persistent toxics. So there is high concentration of persistent toxic in the chain, that is known as bioaccumulation. Okay, and they cannot process or excrete them. Persistent toxic accumulate in the fatty tissue of the organism. It is known as bioaccumulation. Is increase the concentration of pollutant from environment to the first organism of food chain. Okay, and now next one is biomagnification. If we are talking about magnification, so magnification is the biomagnification refer to the concentration of pollutant from one trophic level to next. This is in trophic level 1 to next is known as a biomagnification. If we are talking about food chain, then we'll say about the bioaccumulation. If we are talking about the trophic level, we will say is biomagnification. It's M and it is A. In the food chain it is A. Okay, accumulation. And in the trophic level it is M, accumulation. Okay, magnification. So step 1, pesticides such as DDT gets accumulated in the grass of field. A grasshopper accumulated in the DDT from eating 100 grass plants. Then a mouse, what is there? Pesticide, it will, now there is a grass, now there will be grasshopper, and now there will be mouse will eat that 20 gram. Then there will be snake will eat the mouse, and there will successive stage of accumulation of toxin gets concentrated rapidly in food web. So this whole food web will be concentrated in the bioaccumulation. Okay, so persistent pollutant, what are the persistent pollutant? This is DDT, DDT, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane, made of bird's egg, fragile, which led to the death of the chick. Heavy metals are mercury, lead and cadmium. So mercury and lead and cadmium, and radioactive isotope, flame retardant, industrial chemicals like polybrominated diphenyl ether. Okay, measured from breast milk in ease of human. The amount of toxin are usually measured from fatty tissue of the animal. These are, now hope you understand what I tried to make.